Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special Substory episode of Top Player Privilege, featuring one of the top DDR players living in the US right now, Poyox. I had the privilege of teaming with both Poyox and Leon for Champions League during that 2023 time period for Florida-Georgia line, so I already knew Poyox was an incredible player back then. He kind of carried us in a lot of regards, as well as Leon. I was definitely the weakest link there, as I previously mentioned in the last episode. But what has been enlightening to me, based on my time playing with Poyox over the last couple weeks, is just how big the gap between a top DDR player like he is and myself is coming back into the game. Honestly, he's been making me feel like a pretty big noob in comparison. If a song is straightforward and on sync, it seems to go either way right now, or maybe I will have the slight edge on a song, and it's very slight, like maybe one or two perfects, so it's not really anything. But as soon as a quote-unquote real meat of DDR song comes into play, I basically get waxed by Poyox, like it's not even close. To me, the real meat of DDR is broken out into a few different categories, just to make clear of what I'm considering here. The first is the DDR sync, and that's really adjusting to the sync of all forms. DDR has songs that are early, late, drifty, really has it all. And between any two given songs that you play, the sync could be wildly different and or change during the song based on the stops, the cut, if they use a slightly wrong BPM. The list goes on and on. The second kind of real meat I consider is the learning aspect, where you have to learn all the nuances as quickly and have to remember to retain as many nuances of all the charts in the game as possible to remain competitive in the game. And that's so hard if you're not a DDR main. There's just so many DDR charts that exist. There's probably like over 1,000 something now if you're trying to say what exists at like the 10 and above range. So it's kind of ridiculous. And as I previously mentioned, that's why I wanted to enter the big deal, because it was curated. However, oh man, the charts they chose were really hard for this one now that I've been playing more. And a lot of them are these real meat songs here. So this will be my segue into the last area, where the last area I consider the real meat of DDR is having to move. On public DDR pads, I don't really have the luxury of having super tight form. And there's also the brackets and bracket screws. So one of the biggest adjustments for myself, well, on top of the bar being a lot lower and less wide, it's really been making me realize I'm definitely 220 pounds still. And that's been kind of hard to swallow, because whipping around at 200 crossovers or even like 180 crossovers is super hard when you aren't used to the bar or how to position for it. So I've just been constantly flubbing anything at the 17 range that's whippy or has a lot of turns in it. So when it comes to anything that's real DDR, I'm super cooked. And that's not even getting into like gimmicky, stop heavy, all the other nuances of the songs. So it's going to be a real interesting time. Having less than a month at this point now, I doubt I'm going to do well, but I'm going to end up trying to just hone in on songs that are more straightforward. There is a good number of them still, so I can just hone in on what I think I'll be consistent at for the tournament, and then just hope I get lucky there. Anyways, that's it for now. It's kind of ranty and switches subjects pretty often, but just wanted to get something out here for the time being until I can work on a full episode 2. Since I wanted to have more articulated points, like specific songs I've been working on, or adjusting my strategies based on how things have been going so far. So I end with a short interview I had with Poyox. I was just testing out a camera and mic setup that I had just got, so I just wanted to see how that went. Don't mind the clipping that happened on my end. I didn't realize how sensitive that lav mic I had was, so that's noted, and will be mindful of that in the future.
So I'm here with Poyox. We're here trading for the big deal. And I just wanted to get a quick little, I don't know, insight for how you're feeling currently with the time we have left before the big deal, and maybe some of your goals that you're trying to accomplish before then. So, how are you feeling right now?
Right now, tired.
Tired?
Yeah, training is being hard.
What are your sets generally like?
Depending, like, usually when I, like my session, I try to play like 4 to 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
But it will be like, I start like low, like 14, 15s. I usually like, I know because of the tires, I have to play like, mostly my trainings will be 16s to 18s. So I will be doing like 1 hour of 16s, or sometimes I just do like 2 hours of 17s.
Okay.
And then I try to push some 18s. But it's been hard.
Yeah. Let's see. What is your overall goal for the big deal? Like, where do you want to place?
Top 8.
Top 8?
Yeah, last year I got tied on 7. So like, but I know this year will be harder. Like I know like all the people that are going this year. But yeah, I still want to go like top 8. Top 8.
Okay.
At least.
Who are you most afraid of?
There's a lot of people. Like right now, there's a lot of people that is playing so much. Like, of course, like Chris and Mark is just like right there. But like Ty, Macro, Danok, Evil Dave,
Yeah.
Chaos.
Chaos is qualifier set scared me. Yeah, no, there's so many people from Upbeat just gonna be here. And then, honestly, like, depending on the draw, if we get straightforward enough, even I could take songs off you, which is scary to think about because I consider you like a full tier of player above me for DDR.
I don't know. Like, tournament, playing on a tournament is completely different. Like, even when you have like really good scores, things could happen and just like.
Good scores don't necessarily mean anything in a tournament. Yeah. It's more of the consistency. So, all right. Just wanted something really quick. Thank you.